about second breakfast.
Time for second breakfast.
What's up, everybody? Monster from Breakdowns for Breakfast here with another second breakfast. And today is a special one because we're getting close to the end of the year. At time of recording this, we are about 2 weeks into December. And wanted to kind of go over some of your comments, your feedbacks, some funny little messages we've gotten recently that I thought would be funny to share. Like I said, 2025 is coming to a close. Big shout out to everybody who's listened and shared our episodes and talked about it with your friends. Really do appreciate it. And yeah, so hopefully 2026 will be a even better year. Our numbers continue to go up a little bit. Be great to see that continue. So for today, I just wanted to kind of go over some of the comments and feedback that we've received over the past couple of months. I did one of these earlier in the year. This is all some newer stuff, up until basically the beginning of December. So, starting off, our good friend Phil from Philly, he had sent us a couple of, requests. He's been a huge, supporter of ours. Obviously, his name is not Phil, and he's not from Philly, but that is who we know him and love him as. But here's a couple messages he sent us, which is kind of funny. On our episode, the second breakfast I did on AI music, he's commented on Spotify, "I fell for one momentarily yesterday. It was that good that I texted it to a few people and had to go back and text them all. Never mind, AI. As soon as we like something enough, we all as humans go digging and find the truth. If it were real, they probably would have had a fan for life. Instead, I will probably never listen again." And he also added in, "For the record, I have emailed that address in the past. We have kind of had a long-running gag about how no one, and I mean no one, has sent us an email to our actual email address, breakdownsbreakfast@gmail.com. Now, since that we've made that comment a few times, we have gotten one in particular. We got a request that I'll save it. I'm very excited. Danger's not, so we'll see what happens. And then Phil also commented on our Relative Ash episode, which was his request, by the way. And he said, "Yo, it's Phil from Philly again. I have one here that I think could be right down the middle of you two. It's great music, but I worry you guys might be thrown off by their meanings. The band I'm talking about is Wolves at the Gate. I would love for you guys to either do either Types and Shadows or Reprise EP. Or hell, do both together. Love the show. Keep on killing it, brothers." Phil, we love you, buddy. Thanks for everything. I feel like Wolves at the Gate rings a bell. That might be the band that has some of the guys from Il Nino. I might be getting them mixed up with somebody else, but, you know, it's sort of a blessing and a curse because, you know, when Danger and I started this show, a big part of it was just to talk about bands and music that we liked or we thought was interesting. But ever since we opened up the doors to requests, we get a bunch, and it's really cool. It's cool to discover new music. Sometimes it's nerve-wracking because people want us to talk about their favorite band or their favorite album, and I'm always like, well, if we don't come in high on it, I don't want them to, you know, get all gushy and upset. So anyway, but yes, Phil, Wolves at the Gate, we'll put it on the list. I'm sure we'll get to it in 2026. I'm sure of it. So we have another really good friend, good supporter of the show. His name's Steven. He likes to hang out on our Facebook page, comments a lot, sends in requests. Really super killer dude. Steven, thank you for all your support, man. He left a very cool comment, and I'll tell you why this is so cool here in a minute. He put on, commenting on our video game music second breakfast that I did. He said the Silent Hill 2 OST, talking about the original soundtrack, is one of my favorite albums. Really feels weird to say that, but it's totally true. Akira Yamaoka, maybe, mixes late 90s, early 2000s alternative rock, ambient, industrial, even the recurring Breakdowns for Breakfast theme of trip hop, LOL. Okay, so what's really funny about this, Steven, is I just finished playing Silent Hill 2 Remake on PS5. I love horror games. I've talked about it a lot. And great game. Really, really solid horror game. And the music in that game is great. If you don't know much about the Silent Hill franchise, this isn't the time or place for it, but it's more than just visceral, scary horror. It's very psychological. It's very under your skin, unnerving, unsettling. It deals with a lot of sort of taboo adult topics. So the music does a really good job of either creating the eerie atmosphere or engaging you on an emotional level for those parts of the game. So I agree, Steven. The Silent Hill soundtracks are great. I mentioned this on the Second Breakfast episode. Some of my favorite video game music is the Resident Evil series, the save room music. They always have this really like ambient, it's kind of mellow and like kind of calming, but because it's in the midst of the nature of a Resident Evil game, it still feels unsettling. It has this really cool like dynamics to it. So anyway, okay, so this year we tried a couple things to try to increase the fan base and get some new listeners. And one of the things we've done a couple of times now is boost a post. So we thought, what better album to boost on our social media than the new Taylor Swift Life of a Showgirl episode. Now, I don't really understand exactly how social media works. I don't really know what makes certain people click things and not other things and yada, yada, yada. But what I found very funny was our post about the new episode got almost 1,000 reactions. Needless to say, we've never gotten that many reactions on any other post ever. But a lot of the comments were just like, okay, cool, they didn't really say one thing or the other. Except a lady named Donna and a lady named CY, decided to get into a major argument in our comment section, and it was just too funny not to share. So if you didn't see this or you don't want to scroll through to try to find it, I'm just going to read it to you. It's hilarious. So it starts with Donna saying, Taylor who? And then this CY lady, I'm just going to call her Cy because her last name is also like a lot of letters and kind of strange. But anyway, so Donna says, Taylor who? And Cy said, stupid post, even you know. And Donna says, like I said, Taylor who? I don't listen to her crappy music. And then so Donna replies back, that's your loss. Google her, Einstein. So Cy replies back to Donna, how do you know it's crappy music if you don't know who she is and don't listen to her? Like I said, stupid post. Now I'm assuming they're talking about each other's posts and not our post, because our post was great. It was just, linked to the episode like usual. So Donna comes back and says, Cy, I know it's crappy music if it's pop. And like I said, Taylor who? And so Donna responds back to Cy, now tell me exactly why I would want to, Einstein. Now that's a stupid post, LOL, and a bunch of laughy faces. So at this point, I don't even really know who's arguing with who about what, but it continues. So Cy replies to Donna, stupid post, how do you know it's crappy if you don't listen to it? Donna replies to Cy, because I don't like pop. How many times do I have to tell you? Cy replies to Donna, she has country hits also, still a stupid post. Donna, now this is when Donna starts bringing out the big guns. She says, Cy, no, do you know what's really stupid is the fact that you're a guy arguing about Taylor who? So tell me something, are you out of the closet yet? Whoa, so now we're throwing allegations at people, okay? So Cy responds back, Donna, still stupid. You said you don't like her just because she's pop. You don't even know her or what she is about. Very stupid. Don't worry, we're getting close to the end here. So Cy responds back, oh, you poor girl. Why don't you just get a life? I know more about her than you think I do, and all your posts are absolutely stupid. Donna, if you knew about her, why did you post what you did? That's stupid. And one more from Cy to Donna. If you now claim to know all about Taylor, then your original post was stupid. All I got to say is thanks, guys. We wanted some engagement on our post and we got it. Still not real sure exactly what we're arguing about, but hey, that's okay. It seems like you guys were having fun, and I sure had fun reading it. I was the first time I read it, I was laughing hysterically because it was like I kept getting notifications that people were noticing our posts. And I was like, great. Oh, it's just Cy and Donna being chatty bitches again. Like, hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. All right. So moving on to YouTube. Got a comment on our Dance Gavin Dance episode from a guy named Darth Orion. This is probably my favorite comment we've gotten so far. You guys are terrible. I can't believe I made it as far as I did. Your take on music is trash. This show is trash. I'm sure that means, your show is trash. I got you, Darth. No problems. I don't remember exactly what I commented under his comment, but it was something along the lines of, hey man, appreciate you giving it a shot. If you base our opinions solely on our opinions of Dance Gavin Dance, you're going to be sorely disappointed, because trust me, we have way more trash opinions than just what we think about Dance Gavin Dance. So if you want to tune in and get pissed off some more, please do. We never claim to be the authorities, and our opinions are trash all the time. So yeah, no worries there. Comment from War Crime Gaming 1996. He commented, commented on our second breakfast on the Pulse Ultra and the 2002 Ozfest video that I did a long time ago. I've heard songs from that hypothetical second album in some of their live performances. It's such a shame that they will never properly release. I can't believe they didn't blow up back then, because their stuff is gold. Of course, I wasn't around during that time, but I would have thrown them a bone. Referring to Pulse Ultra, we did a whole episode on their album Headspace. Absolutely agree. I think I probably said on the album multiple times. I think they didn't blow up more for their own personal things. I think the band was sort of in turmoil a little bit. But then again, I don't really know for sure. But yeah, they were one of those, like, I feel like they were on the cusp of breaking through, but it was, and again, you can listen to the episode if you want to get in the weeds about it, but there were some lyrical things and some timing things that I think just sort of hurt them a little bit. But anyway, if you want to know more about Pulse Ultra or the Ozfest 2006, there you go. You should go check those episodes out. The Mar619 commented on our Testify by POD episode and said, this is my favorite album of all time. Hey, nothing wrong with that. I like that album. It's a fun album. And then got a couple of fun comments from our Lady Gaga episode when we did her newest album, Mayhem. Clarisse8804 put, he calls his wife Mrs. Monster, pause up. If you don't know, obviously, because I go by the moniker Monster, a lot of times when I refer to my wife and kids, I call them Mrs. Monster and the Little Monsters and stuff like that. But Lady Gaga also calls her fans Little Monsters. So I thought that was, it's cute that she would notice that, and then that's kind of why I did it. But anyway, so then we got a comment from a, sorry if I say it wrong, Markumia2986. It said, I can't believe he said art pop was mainstream music, laughy face emoji. I think, and I did comment back to their comment. Basically, I was just saying that art pop was sort of the beginning of the, not the end, but sort of a shift in dynamics for Gaga that started to kind of lose me. And, I agree that art pop's not necessarily mainstream, but it's, I don't know. It didn't have kind of that quirky edge that I thought, her stuff before that had, and now that she's getting back to. And I mean, I can't speak for everyone, but I kind of feel like that was sort of the general consensus. A lot of people kind of shifted a little bit after art pop. And then one more really cool comment. This actually, and again, I responded to these on YouTube as well, but this really kind of changed my perception of her newest album. The name is As Told by Taurus. He said, the album tells us, talking about Mayhem by Lady Gaga, the album tells a story, which is why the track listing is structured the way it is. If you listen to the lyrics and the melodies, it does all fit. Gaga explains it as like a night out, and you start full of energy, and then you start to slow down as the night progresses. It's also sectioned off by musical genre, as it were. Tracks 1 through 4 are dark pop, kind of classic Gaga. Tracks 5 through 7 are disco/funk. Tracks 8 through 10 is like 80s synth, and then tracks 12 through 14 are power ballads. You're damn right. That's exactly what that album does. And after reading that, it kind of made me go, oh, okay. I still stand by what I said. My particular flavor and taste of music, I don't love kind of how the album kind of goes out so slowly because it is such an upbeat ride for the majority of it. But that really sort of did kind of paint my perception a little bit differently. So, that's all I took the time to write down. Of course, thanks to everybody who comments and sends us messages and sends us emails, the requests, all the feedback is awesome. We read it, we see it. I comment on as much as I can, so does Danger. We sincerely appreciate everybody hanging out with us. This has been a really good year for us. The numbers continue to go the right direction. Seems like we have a little bit more of a following than we did this time 6 months ago or 10 months ago. We got some cool albums lined up for next year already. Got a couple of guests that we're working on getting that are, have a little bit of a following as well. We were really, really lucky to have so many cool guests this year, like Matt Kelly from Geekscape, Cody Tucker, JC from Blank Era, and of course our good buddy TJ from The Ongoing Concept, our only repeat guest so far, but I'm sure we'll have some more. So anyway, please keep the stuff coming, man. Please keep commenting. Please keep sending us emails, requesting episodes, albums. Very cool. And of course, just keep, just listening, telling your friends about us. We sincerely appreciate it. If you agree with us, if you disagree with us, cool. Let us know. We like to go back and forth. And it's funny, we've even gotten to little back and forth debates with bands whose albums we've done. And, why did you say this? Why do you like this, like that, don't like this? So we love that kind of stuff. So again, I don't know if this will be the last Second Breakfast of 2025. It very well might be. So in case that is the case, Happy New Year. Thank you guys so much for making this a fun year. And we'll see you in 2026. So have a great day.